Good morning, everyone. Come on, let's get the energy up in the room. Good morning, everyone. All right. It's such a wonderful honor and privilege to be here with you all today. Thank you to Nasscom, to Rajesh, the team, the participants, the attendees, and the partners. It's truly an honor to be here at the 17th Nasscom Design and Engineering Summit. You know, as I listened to Rocky talk about the future, and as I prepared for this session, I thought back on my first event that I participated with in 2018. And I shared a little bit about digital transformation and how it was going to enable the enterprise. And then in 2021, I was fortunate enough and privileged enough to be part of a panelist discussion discussing autonomous vehicles and dynamic mobility. And just in a short couple of years, now we're talking about invisible experiences, technology that truly disappears in the background. You know, this year's theme, Engineering the Future, Built to Evolve, really couldn't be more fitting. Because if you look really closely at the technology around us, something extraordinary is really happening. The best technology is truly disappearing. You know, it's no longer about the screens and the dashboards, but it's now about the technology woven into our voices, into our movements, into our context. The technology is no longer something we use, it's truly something that surrounds us. Seamlessly and ubiquitously. And when done well, it makes life simpler. It makes it easier. It makes it more connected and more intelligent, and even more human. You know, we've seen such a remarkable shift where we are focused on hardware first with buttons and knobs, and then we shifted to screens and UIs and, you know, touch panels. And now, if we look at the technology, it's context first. It's about voice, it's about gaze, it's about biometrics and sensors. The inputs have shifted to multimodal sensing. The processing has shifted to AI with low latency and cloud orchestration. The outputs have shifted to multi-sensor cues like sound, vibration, and proactive action. This is not just about core reinvented. This is about intelligence everywhere. We've also seen a shift from commands to anticipation. You know, we used to talk about, hey Siri, hey Google, hey Alexa, do what I say. Now we're seeing this amazing anticipation. The new models anticipate your mood. The music adapts, creating a vibe that is best for that moment. You know, in 3 examples I'll take you through in a little bit more detail is in our car, in our home, and on the go. In our car, we're building an immersive experience in vehicle that really transcends and transformed the in-cabin experience. In the home, we're providing one seamless ecosystem that connects devices seamlessly and creates an immersive, personalized, intelligent experience for you. And then even in the technology in the enterprise, it's traveling with us with wearable devices. For engineers, this isn't about features. It's about systems that anticipate context, orchestrate in real time, and recover gracefully when they guess wrong. So let's talk about our first journey in the car. It's quite remarkable how quickly the car is advancing in terms of its technology. And Harman is on the forefront of showing the invisible future. Our Luna avatar is an empathetic, context-aware in-cabin assistant that senses and adapts to the driver's state as well as the passengers. Our Ready Care product is a proactive monitoring of driver distraction and wellness. Our Ready Vision Q View, line of sight, it projects navigation and alerts directly into the driver's field of view without actual disrupting. And when you look at it, we're pulling all of this together: sound, lighting, controls, this truly immersive experience in cabin that's transforming cars into mobile theaters, into workspaces, into gaming centers, into wellness pods, and sometime all four at once. Engineering here requires context brokering, harmonizing multiple subsystems seamlessly. The car is no longer a cockpit. It's truly a digital ecosystem on wheels. And a large portion of our ready technology is developed here by our 5,000 engineers in India, enabling the next generation of technology for Maruti, Tata, Mahindra, and those vehicles are coming to a place near you very quickly and very soon. Let's talk about in the home. You know, this seamless living. In our lifestyle division, invisible designs at the home means removing friction and frustration. One interface across multiple devices. The setup time is easy, their error rates are down, and the engagement is completely up. It's not about an app, but it's about building ecosystems where the orchestration disappears and the experience simply flows. Again, for engineers, that means tackling distributed orchestration, delivering consistent context across environments where simplicity and ease of use is truly the reward. So we talked about in the car and in the home, but we also want to talk about on the go, in the workplace. You know, invisible technology travels with us on our watches and devices, and Gear Up is a great example where Harman Digital Transformation Solutions and Samsung collaborated together to build a capability and a wearable in their Galaxy Watch where it monitors safety, detects falls, and geofences hazards. Proactive alerts are embedded into workflows, and this means safer workplaces, fewer incidents on the manufacturing floor and out in the field. But the true power is across the ecosystem. The invisible technology, when it connects across the domains, from the car, from the home, on the go, and in an enterprise, it becomes truly a ubiquitous fabric of intelligence. The car knows your calendar. Your home continues your playlist. Your headphones switch seamlessly from calls to content. The tech anticipates your day. The outcome is continuity and convenience and loyalty. Customers don't stay because the tech is visible. They stay because the tech is invisible. It's easy, it's personalized, and it's intelligent, it's seamless, and it's trustworthy. That's the value. But you know, we can't talk about invisible design, invisible technology, without talking about the challenges. Invisible tech brings risks. Latency breaks the illusion. Always-on sensors raise privacy concerns. And predictive AI can introduce biases. We need guardrails. We need privacy-preserving machine learning federated on the device. We need to make sure that biases are auditable and explainable in the API. And we need to absolutely have human override, because losing agency is a non-negotiable. We have to make sure that the human can override at any time. Invisible systems are about creating transparency, secure, responsible, and ethically. So when we think about the future, and I really like a lot of what Rocky shared, we see some remarkable accelerators that will help drive this invisible shift. The first is, of course, agentic AI, autonomous digital teammates that execute workflows end-to-end, spatial computing, which overlay the invisible data into the context when needed, and then, of course, emotional artificial intelligence, systems that sense and respond to the human state. This will redefine the engineering role. You're going to go from UI coders to now ecosystem orchestration. You're going to go from automation builders to trust engineers. And you're going to go from product developers to amplifiers of true human potential. It also is going to require evolving skill sets. We all see this rapidly evolving, where the old skill sets were about APIs and interfaces and microservices and security. But we're seeing a massive shift in what's required. It demands a new kind of engineer, fit for the future. There's human-centric engineering for coding, for trust, empathy, and anticipation. You need systems thinking, where you have orchestration across the ecosystem, from the car to the home, on the go, and in the enterprise. And you also need collective collaboration. You have to work closely with designers, with psychologists, with ethicists, and also those that have deep, deep domain expertise in a particular vertical. You also need to make sure that you're developing responsibly. So fairness, explainability, and guardrails are critical. And the curricula and upskilling must evolve. Demand is growing for engineers who can build for today and adapt for tomorrow. So let me close with this. The invisible experience is not about technology vanishing. It's about technology amplifying an immersive experience while disappearing into the background. At Harman, our vision is to transform everyday moments into extraordinary experiences. But building that future isn't just about a vision. It's about you, the engineers. Your challenge isn't to design another app. It's to architect an ecosystem that's an anticipatory, it senses and acts in context. It's about trustworthiness, where transparency and explainability and ethics are foremost essential. And it's about human-centric development and design that transforms lives, not just devices. It's about technology delivering value for everyone across the ecosystem and making experiences seamless, sticky, competitive. This is what it means to engineer the future. Built to think, built to evolve. Thank you very much.